recording, so it's live. It's being recorded now. So thank everyone. Thanks for joining in, and thanks to you all and also Travis for taking time to join in the morning in your time. So today we are gonna talk about blockchain heroes and their recent success and also the new things that are gonna come. We're also going to learn a bit of history behind blockchain heroes. What's the story? What's it going to be in the future? What are they going to do? And so forth. So that said, I would like to welcome you all and also Travis to join in the discussion today. And let's all ask questions as well. And please write your questions in the chat so that I can ask them at the end as well. I have a bunch of questions myself. And please, all the community members who are joining in, please write the questions in the chat. And at the end of the session, we will do the lucky draw as well for the Blockchain Hero Cards giveaway. So yes, stay tuned and stay till the end of the event.
What are you giving away? A pack of cards?
Yeah, I actually put a link. I have like a couple of selected cards that I bought in yesterday, and I will give them away. So. I think I had like one of the legendary cards, maybe. Yeah,
awesome.
We'll see.
Yeah, Joel, you didn't know this?
Yeah, so it's great because there's no J in Swedish, right? It's
no, it's pronounced as Y. It's kind of like
Y.
Yeah.
Yumpin Yemeni, I'm Joel.
Yeah. Perfect. So I just want to give a brief introduction about the background of Yoel and Travis. So from what I found on their profiles and after my stalking for the last 2 days, so
that's not true. We're not felons. Disregard that.
So
you're two great felons.
We have Yoel Comm, the functional futurist, and he's also a New York Times best-selling author. And
now, if J is pronounced as Y, wouldn't Y be pronounced like J? So shouldn't it be a New York?
No.
No, it doesn't work like that. Okay.
No.
Sorry.
And he's also the co-host of the Bad Crypto podcast, and he's been in the marketing and this industry for almost 25 years. And I'm not sure like how long he has been in the blockchain, and we are going to ask him. And we have Travis Wright, who is also a host of Bad Crypto podcast. And he's an advisor, he's a marketing advisor, I guess, right, Travis?
Marketing technologist?
Yeah, marketing technologist. So, yeah, we have a wonderful team here to talk about blockchain heroes. But I also saw that for Yoel, I saw a comment or like a description somewhere that you actually foresee the future, and you will be the one who is actually there to drive that innovation part. I'm really like to hear more about it as well. Like, what do you see in the blockchain space? What do you see with the blockchain heroes? And why do you think blockchain heroes is going to be awesome in the near future?
You know, I don't actually have a crystal ball to actually see the future, but I've always been such a technology nerd that I'm always looking at all the new toys as they're surfacing, and I like to play with the new toys. And sometimes I see something that I think, wow, this really has potential. This is going to be a game changer. And then I play with that toy some more, you know, whether it's, you know, the new smartphone technology when it came out, or the web when it first launched, you know, and I was building sites back in 1995, or once I discovered what blockchain was all about. And if I discover that something can be used to move something forward, whether it's, you know, powerful for transfer of information, or whether it's for entertainment, whether it's for engagement, I become proficient in it. And then people ask me, how did you do that? So that's why I'm the functional futurist, because I play with all the toys before others do, before it hits mainstream, and help bring things mainstream. And as far as blockchain goes, you know, I learned about it. I really went down the rabbit hole in early 2017. Travis and I started the show in summer of 2017. So we've been doing it for just a little over 3 years. And we've been following the NFT space since late 2017 when CryptoKitties first, came out of the litter box. And once, we've been playing with NFTs early in the year, issuing them to our listeners as proof of listening. And once we saw what the Wax blockchain was capable of, we realized we finally had a vehicle to release NFTs of our own that would be collectible, that we could sell and build a universe around. And so, the future of Blockchain Heroes is very bright right now. We sold out in less than 30 minutes, over 2 waves of the sale. The community is responding really wonderfully to the product we've put out there. We love the product we've put out there, are, motivated to continue iterating and producing new content and variations. And our goal is to delight people with these digital collectibles.
Absolutely. I agree. Do you have anything to add on that, Travis?
I would just add that Joel is the functional futurist. I'm the dysfunctional pastist. I can tell you what went wrong in the past, really accurately.
Perfect.
100%.
Perfect. It's a match made in heaven.
This didn't work at all. It'll work tomorrow. Okay, that's good.
The yin and the yang.
Absolutely. So you mentioned that your journey in the crypto space started, or the blockchain space started in 2017. It's about the same time like I came into the blockchain space myself, starting like sitting at the work, boring, sitting at Ericsson and working. I was bored. I was watching Facebook or something. Meanwhile, I saw, I think it was like a YouTube video or something about Bitcoin, and that's how my journey started. How did your journey start in the blockchain space?
Travis,
I guess my journey started in 2010. I saw an article on Slashdot that talked about this magical
internet
money. And I was like, wow, this is interesting. And so I put it on my laptop and I was mining for a while. It really made the fan in my laptop go crazy. I actually mined a block of Bitcoin early on. I got 50 Bitcoin. Went to also Nick Szabo had a faucet for Bitcoin. So if you go and visit, every day that you visit, you would get 5 Bitcoin for free. So I went one time because I'm a dysfunctional pastist, and I was like, okay, this is cool, that's great. But then like I got some, but then I turned it off because it was killing my computer. And then finally, about a month or 2 later, my computer did die. And I got all my important files off of my computer, like all my kid photos and all the important stuff, like, that I downloaded over the years, and forgot to get the Bitcoin off because it wasn't worth anything at the time. So that 55 Bitcoin is now in a dumpster buried deep, deep buried dumpster in a destroyed hard drive in a Missouri landfill in the U.S. So that's my first experience.
Members who had this story.
Yeah, I never had any buddies who were blockchain. I never had any blockchain buddies along the way. No bros, nobody who can help me, chat about it, because I was trying to understand it, but I didn't completely understand it. And then all my intelligent friends that I thought that would understand it, they kind of dismissed it. And so it was like 2010, I got in again in 2012, 2013, 2015. And finally found Mr. Joel Comm, and we were blockchain buddies, and we started chatting about this stuff all the time. And we decided to put on a show for the kids.
Perfect. Great, great, great. So you mentioned about your journey in blockchain. It's wonderful. You also had personal experience with Bitcoin as well. So it's really great.
It saddens me whenever that Bitcoin gets near $1 million in value.
Yeah. Yeah, I really feel bad for people. Like I heard like these kind of stories from many others as well. Like, yeah.
I don't have a story like that. I've never lost any Bitcoin. I've tried a couple times to lose some crypto, but I've always succeeded in finding or recovering it. So it hasn't happened yet.
Perfect, perfect. So when did you actually get into like the Wax ecosystem? When did you recognize it, or like were you being part of the Wax ecosystem since it was on Ethereum as well, or like did you come when it moved to EOS?
Yeah, I got turned on to wax. I want to say in early 2018-ish, when it was still on Ethereum. And, being a gamer my whole life, I understood the idea of skins, right? And how they were tied into OP skins. And I thought this is definitely, I think this is going to go somewhere, because I know that the market of, being able to skin and add, embellish your character in various games is already big in the in the fiat world. People buying loot boxes just so they can have a different emote for their character. So I bought some wax then, and then it automatically got staked when they switched over to their own to the EOS fork. And I still didn't know exactly how it was going to be used, so it just turned out fortuitous, as far as I'm concerned, that that we ended up using it. We didn't use it because I had wax staked. We used it because we saw what it was capable of, and we saw how Topps had used the wax blockchain for their Garbage Pail Kids launch, and that was the answer we were looking for.
I think we first ran into wax in late 2017 at a conference. It was like a DE10 or D10E or something like that conference in San Jose. Okay. And I saw they had a booth. That's the first time I remember they were handing out little poker chips. So I got like a random poker chip from them from way back in the day, maybe even some stickers, but I didn't really understand what they did at the time. I thought it was a shit coin.
That's a collectible if you got that poker chip still, Travis.
Yeah.
Is it? I actually got to know about wax like in last year, summertime, when they actually started announcing that they're moving to EOS ecosystem. So that's when I got to know. Like before then, I didn't know about wax. But
I love that it staked my tokens when I move, because I've got the GBM rewards that I'm pulling down, pretty regularly. Yeah. And I just leave it there and let it just keep printing wax.
Yeah, I think that's one of the cool things. Like I didn't know like how it would turn out at the beginning, because when I saw like there were like 3 billion wax tokens or something, it was like a bit uncertain. But now it seems to be market adjusted itself. Great. So now let's get into more about blockchain here. So I know you mentioned like you started working with blockchain heroes once you saw more about the GPK top successful launch and all that stuff. So I want to hear like what's the background and when did it actually start? How long was this been cooking for behind the scenes?
Want me to hit this one, Joel?
You go.
Yeah, anyone.
Yeah. So back in February, mid-February, Joel sends me a message on Messenger and says, "Hey, I got this idea." So because we've been doing these NFTs for proof of listening on our show. And if you listen to our show and we give you a link and you can go register for the NFT, you have 72 hours. It's on for 72 hours after the podcast goes live. So it really incentivizes people to listen to the show, and you're going to get an NFT from us. So we were thinking about NFTs, and then Joel had an idea around something actually called Blockchain Buddies. And it's like, hey, let's do something called Blockchain Buddies. We'll make some cool art around people in blockchain, and we'll sell it on OpenSea. And then I think I said something along the lines of, oh, kind of like Garbage Pail Kids. And it was like, yeah, kind of like Garbage Pail Kids. And then 5 days later, Topps announces the partnership with Wax for Garbage Pail Kids. And so we were thinking about it before Topps was even doing it. And then we went off and did a thing called Virtual Blockchain Week. And we put on a huge conference over the course of 30 days from idea to launch. And we had a bunch of amazing speakers. And then that went through May. And then after May was up, we decided to revisit this idea. Right, Joel?
Absolutely. And the time was right. And so we wanted to jump in as quickly as we could. And really, from ideation, from the time we decided to create a proposal to send to Wax Labs, to get funding for the project to finished product, I think it was like 10 weeks, maybe.
Yeah, that's quite awesome.
We moved really quick.
Less than a quarter.
Yeah, like it's quite speed in innovating and launching and successful launch and marketing, everything. Like, it's crazy. Did you guys sleep in the 10 weeks?
Sorry?
Did you guys actually sleep in the 10 weeks?
Yeah, it was all, we did it all in 10 weeks.
Yeah, I did. I slept. I like to sleep.
Yeah.
I did have some nights where I was staying up until 5 or 6 in the morning, though, knocking images out, because we actually did, when it's all said and done, you know, all the different experiments, trying to figure out which images and which variations of effects we wanted to use. My son and I think we created well over 1,000, probably 1,200 different total images.
Wow.
Because we had to do the fronts and the backs and all the different variations and all the different stuff. So there was a lot of Photoshop working in there.
Wow. That's just crazy. 1,200 cards. Wow. Let's see. So like, I want to know, like, who is the team behind the Blockchain Heroes? I know, like, you two guys, but like, who else is there behind Blockchain Heroes?
Yeah, what's really fun about this project is the way it turned out is it's a father-son project. Travis's son, Jarek, is a new high school graduate. You know, he's 18 years old and really has a knack for technology. And basically, Travis is the one, after we had the artist design the basic heroes, Travis is the one who's come up with all the variations. And his son, Jarek, really took to Photoshop and made, I don't know, did he make more than half of them, Trav?
I think he made about 65% of all the images. He produced a lot of those.
Yeah, so there's that. And then my son, Zach, is the creative director, who is really the one who, you know, said, okay, this is what the characters are going to be, and this is what they're going to look like, and this is their backstory. And he wrote all of the copy that's on the back of the cards that feeds into the lore for what we're doing. So, you know, apart from the 5 artists that we hired, found them on Upwork after some really long auditioning, in each of the 5 did the images for the 10 heroes. It's really the 4 of us that that are executing this entire project.
That's quite really interesting. Like, in 10 weeks with 4 members, and also this 5 designer support, like, you pulled it off. That's quite impressive. Great work.
2 fathers and 2 sons.
The family
of our business. Yeah.
Perfect. And I guess, like, these times with COVID kind of helped, I guess, like, now you have the kids at home and everyone's together, I guess.
Well, it's just one of those things, man. The world is crazy, but the blockchain world does not stop. And so, I mean, we literally came up with the idea to do the virtual blockchain week during COVID. We did it. We launched it. It was awesome. We decided to do Blockchain Heroes during COVID. We launched it. It was very successful. As Joel mentioned, sold out in 24 minutes total. And I think it's like, you know, there are some constraints, but you know what? You work within them. And I just think it turned into a great opportunity, because these digital collectibles are becoming so, I think they're starting to become popular. People are starting to understand them. A lot of folks are saying this could be a $1 trillion industry, these digital collectibles. And so Joel and I have collected a lot of different things over the years, and it just sort of fits into a lot of our different wheelhouses. And so we said, hey, you know what? This is fun. We love collecting stuff. Let's make something that we would want to collect. Let's make badass, amazing cards with cool effects, great story, and let's have fun with this. And so, yeah, Zach here on here says it's still early times for crypto. Definitely still early times for crypto. Very early times for NFTs.
Yeah, we're really early in the game. And of course, you know, the beauty of being a small team is we can decide to do something and then we just do it. You know, and as we were looking, you know, we're now 5 days past the launch of the product. And it was 3 days ago, I looked at the supply of common cards that were coming out there, and I thought, you know, let's go ahead and infuse. We've already got this rocket fuel behind this property, and it's like, vroom, it's taken off, but let's go ahead and put more behind it and really love on the community. And so we came up with this idea to do a card burn that is going to turn into some more rare cards. And
yeah, I was
we
about
announced
to
that last.
ask you. That is one of my next questions as well. I saw that you're gonna burn 20,000 cards.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, we're not going to burn them. We're going to let the users burn them.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're signing up volunteers right now to partake in Arcane Rise. You know, we've got lore that Zach has put behind this. So far, 157 people have signed up to burn 200 common cards each.
Wow.
And they're going to get one of 5 random new legendary arcane NFTs. It's a legendary level in terms of its rarity, but it's a whole new look that, you know, Travis, basically we talked it through as a team, what it should be, how it should look. And once we had the idea, Travis knocked out 5 NFTs that are super badass. If you want to show them, we can.
Yeah, I think you should actually. I'm gonna stop.
Let me pull them up here. If you can give me permission to share screen, I can reveal them here. We showed them last
That's
night.
what was funny. It was like, because it was almost like, okay, wait, it took us a while to get legendary Shockwave to look so awesome. Like, how are we going to come up with something awesome by Wednesday, Joel? It was like, oh, you can do it. And so I was like, man, I don't know, man. Let's have a conversation about this. And then we talked about it, and then we were like, okay, yeah, you know what? We have this mantra: think outside the rectangle, because a lot of these cards and a lot of these NFTs are rectangles, but in digital, you don't have to be constrained by the rectangle.
Absolutely.
So you know, early on in design, Travis came up with this hexagon concept that's on our main page. It's kind of in a background. We made a couple promotional NFTs that had multiple heroes on it that we gave away before the launch, and it seems like there's a theme to having this this hexagon. And so Travis created 5 of these heroes, each with magical powers in their lore. And these are going to comprise the 5 legendary NFTs, which people will be able to receive one of them randomly when they burn their 100 common base cards.
I love this wizard right here. It's so beautiful.
So not everyone's going to receive them. It's only random.
No. Only 200 people will receive one of these. And what that does is it puts it on par with the legendary Shockwave that we have, because while there's 50 of those heroes, and the way it should balance out, and it's not going to because of RNG, there should be about 40 of each hero or so. So we're just putting 5 of these heroes out there, 40 of each. So they're going to be hard to get. And it's going to stimulate the market, right? Because people are going to want to buy, sell, and trade these NFTs and collect their favorite.
Perfect. Awesome.
If anybody gets a wizard, I'll trade you. I want that
one. I want to ask you, like, when you started thinking about like the blockchain heroes, like, did you have like any purpose? Like, for instance, most of the NFTs that's out there, like CryptoKitties or like GPK cards, they're of course like collectibles from long time, and they have some backstory. Like, do you have some kind of backstory? I know, like, you mentioned this many times in different sessions and with Anders and so forth, but like, what was the backstory with blockchain heroes?
Well, it really goes back to that story back in February when we were talking about doing blockchain buddies.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was like, I don't like blockchain buddies. That seems not awesome. I don't like that. It's okay, but it just doesn't pop for me.
Yeah.
Well, then we thought, hey, what about blockchain rock stars? And then we came up with Rock Fierce. We're like, oh yeah, Rock Fierce. He's going to look like Stevie Ray Vaughan. And he's going to have a guitar. And he's going to look like Brock Pierce. And it's going to be amazing. And then we decided, nah, let's do, Joel mentioned, I think he said, let's do blockchain heroes. And then we thought about that. We thought, what about blockchain beasts? Like, no, that's a little too fierce. Blockchain heroes it was. And then we decided to do bcheroes.com is the website, and set it all up and all the social channels, BC Heroes. So it seemed to work.
There's just there's something about honoring those that have gone before us and have paved the way for this blockchain space in so many different areas. It's why we've got the 5 classes, right? There's your creators, you've got your champions, your celestials, your defenders, and your boosters. And we even honored ourselves in this set, if that's not horribly vain. We're in a really humorous way. We are while we have there's 2 characters on the repeat card, but it's really 1 hero. We are the only 2-headed beast in the entire set, Sooth and Sayer, and so we couldn't see how do we create a set of cards and not have a humorous nod to what we've done with the Bad Crypto podcast.
Yeah, I mean we're each about 50% of a hero, maybe 40%. So stretching it that we're combined 1 hero, we're about 82% of 1 hero combined.
I would say that we're each about 41% hero, but then you've got 9% Chipotle and 9% bacon that make up.
Yeah, well, then throw some Torchy's tacos in there, and then we are a full-on hero.
Yeah,
perfect. Let's see.
Just add bacon.
Let's see.
There's some questions here. I see. I can answer. Vladislav wants to know about the news of a second series, so I'll take that one. We've thought from the very beginning that there could be blockchain villains, and now that the series has been received so well, there's no question that we intend on developing blockchain villains. Zach is already making a list of potential villains that will be in there. Whereas blockchain heroes, most of them are clearly identifiable as to who inspired that particular hero. With villains, it's not going to be like that. You're not going to see, a Craig Wright inspired card, because Craig Wright sues people. And so, when you mess with villains, you're just asking for trouble. But there's plenty of archetypes in the blockchain world that fit into the villain category.
Are we going to see that the BitConnect guy? Are we going to see the BitConnect?
Well, you might see, somebody that is that hypes, right, a coin in some way. Yeah. And that certainly is a possibility.
There might be a Mr. Greg Wrong.
This is down, it's down the road a little bit.
Yeah.
Because what we want to do first is we're most interested in adding value to the purchase that people just made, right? People put their faith and trust in us in backing that trust by spending their wax. And we take that very seriously. We're really honored that people would buy this product, that they would love this product, and they want more of this product. So before we say, well, send us more wax, we want to deliver more value on this current product. So that's why, this first move is the 20,000 card burn. And there will be other, different things that we're going to do, other initiatives in version 1, but leading up to version 2, which would be blockchain villains. So we just want to keep surprising people. We don't want you to be able to predict what we're doing next. Because even right now in our Telegram, people are saying, oh, so next they'll do an uncommon card burn. No, that's not going to, I'll tell you right now, that's not going to be next. We're going to do something else that you don't see coming, so that it adds a mystery to our megaverse, that there's surprise and delight when we announce something new.
Yeah, that Joel just hit the nail on the head. Our guiding principle on this thing, Sukesh, is to deliver delight. We want to bring happiness and delight to our fans. So everything has been very meticulously planned out, except my words. And so we wanted to make sure that the pack opening video was just amazing. Yeah. Like right whenever you're starting the product, we want to make sure the packs looked amazing. We want to make sure that everything along the way, people were like, oh my God, this is great. And then we wanted to add mechanics into the game to encourage pack openings long after the sale. So we saw like what's happened on the Tiger King release. There's 71% of hero packs that aren't opened yet. Yes. I think it's maybe 71% of the total cards, or some ridiculous, have not opened. We're sitting at what, 68% or something of our
68% of our packs have been opened in 5 days, which
That's
is
impressive.
it's unheard of. It's just nobody's done that before. We're so excited that people want to open them, and one of the ways that we made that happen is because we've put some thought into creating cards that people are going to want to pursue. For example, the card that we announced pre-launch was the Electric Genesis 1 of 1. It is this super badass, cool variation of Genesis that Travis created. In fact, I'm going to pull up a site here that was created dedicated to Electric Genesis. It's a tracker. It's called Has Electric Genesis Dropped? There's the card right there.
Yeah, I saw this.
And Thomas Lay created this site at trackgenesis.mywaxnfts.com because people are always asking, has it dropped? Has it dropped? Well, here you go. No, it's not dropped. It's going to drop in a hero pack, of which there are 3,158 packs left. It has, so right now, there is a 1 in 3,158 chance that you'll get this card in the next hero pack. And every hero pack that's open, it drops, the odds get better and better by 1. So people are on the hunt for this. And then Travis, why don't you talk about the other surprise that we included in there?
Yeah, so one of the thoughts and the mechanics of this, of keeping people interested long after the sale, was we didn't tell anybody this along the way, but we included another variation in the set that people didn't know about. They knew about the common, uncommon, rare, epic, the legendary, and the mythic cards. And the mythic cards, there are about 4 or 5 mythics for each character. They knew we were going to do the Golden Fury drop afterwards, which we did yesterday, which there's 2 of each one of those characters. They knew about the 1 of 1 Genesis Electric, but they did not know about the 1 of 1 Secret Smoke variation that we created. And so we created the Secret Smoke variation. That is crazy. What is that Genesis? What's the Genesis one going for? $40,000?
Well, it's
Oh,
somebody would
$22,000.
like to sell it for $22,000. I don't, I know that some have sold for around 1,000 or so, but these are the ones that have been revealed. So there are 50 of these in the set, and they're 1 for each hero, and they're the secret cards. So, early on, somebody found one, and we explained, oh, guess what? There's 50 more 1 of 1s in the set, and they're dispersed between both Hero and Titan packs. And so I think there's 18 that are left still to surface.
Yeah, the very first one was the Genesis one that popped, I believe.
Is that right? That's pretty interesting.
It was number 1 or number 2. It was the first one that popped up on the secondary market also.
Huh.
That's nice. Like, I want to ask you, like, we talked a lot about like the NFT cards, and you want to keep them engaged, the users and so forth, right? So do you also have like any plans in building some kind of game or something? I know like you came up with this concept of Ark and Rise, but like, do you have more involvement where people can use these cards in playing a game of some kind?
So the answer is yes. We don't know exactly what that's going to be. In fact, we had a meeting of the minds last night, late last night, and Zach, who is really a hardcore gamer and understands game mechanics and engineering, what makes games fun, what breaks games, how to improve games that aren't working, how to give up on games that will never work. And he's already beginning to spec out some ideas for what gameplay would include. How do we take the existing cards and create a game layer on top of them so that people can play with the blockchain heroes and eventually the blockchain villains? So that it is on the roadmap. It's very loosely structured right now, but at the rate we're iterating, I mean, we're just 5 days in. As of 20 minutes from now, for those that hear the recording, it's August 13th, 9:40 a.m. in Denver, Colorado. in 20 minutes from now, it'll mark 5 days since we launched it. It feels like a month already because so much is happening. So we do move quickly. We're listening to the market, and we want to be able to play a game with these cards.
Yeah.
And so, why wouldn't we create one?
So could community, like if anyone is interested, could they create a game on top of this?
I think they could, right? If they have access to the NFTs, then you have access to the components of that. So yeah, so I mean, it's I would say that the community is going to drive a lot of this, and they have driven a lot of the innovations already. We ask them, and we keep them looped into the process. Without them, we might not have had that idea for the electric Genesis. Somebody said, "How cool would it be if there was only one Genesis in the deck?" And then we took a look at that, and we said, "Oh, that's interesting," and that spawned the idea of doing the smokes. So it's all about, for us, it's really, again, it's all about delivering delight, adding more value, making people happy, because the world is a crazy mixed up place right now, and there's a lot of anger, division, unhappiness, anger, hatred in politics, and just grumpiness in general. And so we want to shine light and brightness and bring happiness to the world, and in the way that we can, and in the process help people understand that centralized corporations, centralized banks, centralized governments, like, these aren't really for the people. And so people need to understand decentralization, because that's how we're going to have true freedom. We're not going to be able to have freedom with this authoritarian dystopian type stuff, shutting everybody down, making you do this, mandatory this and that. And so we're shining light onto the world the ways that we can, and helping people understand about blockchain along the way.
I'm shining light and brightness. That's
awesome. Great job, guys. Great job. I know, like, to just like measure the success in numbers, like in just 3 days, I think it was like 3 million wax that was traded in the secondary markets, was it?
Let's see, I can actually pull up, if I go to atomichub.io and I click on their daily volume, it pulls up a chart. We have the official Heroes account since June 29th. Really, it kind of started July 19th when we started with some of the promotional cards hitting the market. But we've done almost 4.5 million wax.
Wow.
in volume. That's about $227,000. And I'm looking here at today. Yesterday was 354,000 wax. Today it's already 232,000, and the day is early here for where they track. So we'll probably see an uptick in volume because of what we announced last night about the common card burn.
That's really impressive. Like, in just 10 weeks you pulled this off, and now in just less than 5 days it's over 200,000 or $250,000. So that's like it's almost like a record, right? Like in any startup or like in any company, generating that kind of revenue.
Yeah, it's a really nice way to kick off the series, and it affirms for us that we've created something that the community is responding to. And my friend Mark Joyner wrote a book called the Great Formula, and it's, in terms of all marketing, it's find a thirsty audience, sell them a glass of water, and then sell them a second glass. If people like what you're putting out there, they'll want more of it. And so we want to produce a product that is top-notch quality, that's innovative, so that, we can keep serving up nice, clean, clear water for you, and that, people will love it.
I don't know. I'd like a glass of lemonade sometimes if it's possible.
Sometimes.
Hey, one thing I think that's been so crucial in this whole thing, as well as we've been building the marketing of this thing up, the partnerships that have happened along the way. So we've not only, been working with our own brand and whatnot, but, we've done partnerships with, we did one with the Cointelegraph. So there's another card out there called Telegraphica, and that went out to just a select group of people who participated in that promotion. We had another one we worked with CoinGecko, And so you go to CoinGecko.com and get their new candies feature that they have, and then that allows you to get one of that. And then, so I know Blue Sky has just mentioned, hey, why is it that I've received 2 of these atomic atom things? Like, what's that all about?
Oh yeah,
And
these
so,
I also received one actually.
yeah, everybody who has a Garbage Pail Kid in their wallet or a Blockchain Heroes card in their wallet got some of these cards. You want to talk about it, Joel?
How did this happen? Like, what's the relation between like the GPK and like your blockchain heroes?
Well, it's good. And that's the beautiful thing is, you know, we got introduced to Tobin Lent, who is chief of digital at Tops. So he's in charge of any Tops app that you've downloaded, you know, whether it's the sports, what's the name of the sports one, Travis, that you like?
Oh, the MLB Bunt.
Yeah, MLB Bunt, or there's a Star Wars one, there's a Marvel. Tobin is over that, and Tobin is in charge of the GPK launches that have taken place. And so we got introduced to Tobin, and we made a suggestion. You know, he saw what we were doing with Blockchain Heroes. He gave us very high praise before the release, because we revealed to him some of the variations and what we're up to, and he said these cards are amazing. You know, they're the best we've seen. And we talked about how we might work together, and knowing that we've done these other promotional crossovers with some other sites, CoinGecko, Cointelegraph, and some others, we said, you know, what if your iconic character, Atom Bomb, you know, who everybody recognizes as, you know, the patron saint of Garbage Pail Kids, what if he was reimagined and got sucked into the Blockchain Heroes universe? And he said, that's a great idea. So they put their artist on it, and within 24 hours, the artist had hand painted this atomic atom.
Airbrush.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the old school style. Like they had like those airbrush systems. You've maybe seen them, like in America, they have these little county fairs, and they have these little airbrushers out there, all like airbrushing on T-shirts and airbrushing little caricatures. Like that's literally an old school style. Like that's what they did, which is so cool. It wasn't done digitally. It's a real legit Garbage Pail Kid that's in our universe.
Yeah. So we suggested, you know what, why don't we, so I went to Jonah at Atomic Hub, who he and Fabian have just been amazing. They've created a great marketplace and a great ecosystem. And we said, can we airdrop a common atomic atom to every Wax wallet that has at least one GPK card or pack or Blockchain Heroes promotional card in it? And he went out there and he found like 4,000 wallets that qualified. So Tops dropped the common atomic atom to every one of those wallets. And then from our account, we dropped a variation of the atomic atom. So there is, just like in the Blockchain Heroes megaverse, there is a uncommon, a rare, an epic, a legendary, a mythic, and a golden fury. And so there were decreasing odds to get any of those, and it was all randomized, and boom, we dropped them on people. And it brought delight both to the Blockchain Heroes community and the GPK community. And we want to look at innovating and finding ways to do more of that. You know, what other brands would enjoy what we're doing and perhaps send one of their characters into our megaverse so that we can because really this is still so early. Everybody who's collecting these cards, they get it, right? If you're collecting Garbage Pail Kids cards or Blockchain Heroes, you understand the power of these NFTs, but you want to tell your friends and they're like, I don't get it. So we want to onboard more people into the ecosystem, which will create a more vibrant community, a more active marketplace, and it'll grow the whole NFT space.
Absolutely. I love it. What you pulled it off with the whole team and with the things that you're doing with different partners. I think it's really cool. It's really great. Like within just 2 months, I don't know, like how is it even possible? But like,
there's the Golden Fury, Tom. Only 4 of these were minted, right? So out of the 4,000 people that received a random variation, only 4 of them got this fiery little fella. I mean, look at that. He's like, boom.
Which is actually double the
It's
amount.
awesome.
This is no on our cards. There's 2 of each one of those Golden Furies. This one there's 4, so that's actually double.
Wow. So there are only in total four of these cards.
That's it.
Wow.
That's it. There's 4 of them, and you know, we really put a lot of love and attention into the backs of the cards.
Yeah.
With GPK Series 1, they basically replicated what they released in 1985, and that's part of nostalgia. You can't change that. Whatever was on that card should be on the the card now. But we really wanted to bring a lot of attention and richness to the lore of this megaverse. And so, make sure with your Blockchain Heroes cards that you flip them over and read the backs, because they're insightful, but they're entertaining and funny. I mean, when you look at this here, Atomic Atom, these stats here, somehow with all the times he's pushed the button, 7, he's not inflicted any casualties, but his favorite option is the nuclear. His favorite approach is the nuclear option. It's funny.
Yeah. Who wrote those? Like, did your team wrote those, or like?
That's Zach, my son.
Okay.
Wrote the copy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. Great. Like we have some questions here. Let's see. So Blue Sky asks here, Joshua, let's see. Someone asked about like voice for these cards, like some kind of audio for these cards.
Mm-hmm. Travis, you want to talk about rich media?
Yeah, that's one of the things that's going to be popping up here, smart NFTs. And actually NFTs now can have sound, it can have some video, but we did not do that on this first one. But I think on future ones, we're going to make them more extensible, make them, have panels for statistics potentially for battles and different things that might happen in additional games. I would say watch out for partnerships along the line with companies like Cogs. Maybe there's some stuff working with that, and there's some other things that we are brewing. So definitely got to keep adding game mechanics, going to keep adding fun to them. Maybe we'll add some voice, but then again, how many languages are there? And so if you're saying one thing in one language, then how are you going to program it to say all the languages? And so it's, we speak English primarily, so we'll have to figure that out. Maybe sound effects and grunts or something. That you don't need to translate those in different languages. It's just a grunt and a sound effect.
Well, Atomic Atom would be like a big fart sound, because it's coming out his butt.
That is true. That is true.
Someone just wrote like farting sound. Yeah, absolutely. Great. Now it's actually about time for a giveaway. So let's do that.
Yay, giveaways. Giveaways. By the way, I thought I'd let people know, just looking at the marketplace right now, the cheapest hero pack available is just under $20. So we've seen a 4X because they were $5 to begin with. So the cheapest hero pack, as the supply goes down, is now 392 wax, and the least expensive Titan pack is $101.59.
Wow, so yesterday it was like $80 or something.
Yeah, so we're starting to see the pack creep, right? The price on that's should, in a marketplace where there's interest, continue to go up as the supply continues to go down.
Absolutely. Let me share my screen here. So I collected a couple of cards yesterday, and that I just found interesting. I think I kind of have like one each, I guess. I'm not sure about their backstories, but like I also put the names of the
nice.
people.
He's got the wheel. Wheel.
It's the old school wheel of names.
Names.
Back again.
Hey, how did you put the wax logo in the middle of that?
No, I just found this website called Wheel of Names, and then they have the option to put the wax logo there. So
add the image in the middle. It says add
Oh.
names here, add an image. That's cool.
Because that wasn't working for me. Remember, Travis, it was redirecting to another site, but it's working now. And
It is
I think-
beautiful. You can
Oh,
change
yeah.
the colors.
Yeah, you can change the colors. It actually took the colors from the logo automatically.
Nice.
Great. Let me ask the audience, like, did I miss someone? Like, did you find your name here? All right, fine.
I don't see my name on there.
Jimmy Shaw.
I don't see Joel's name in there.
Let's see. Jimmy Shaw. You want me to add your names, Travis and you?
That's not necessary. No, thank you.
No, we have the cards. We're good.
Yeah. Is someone
Go
looking
JG.
to-
We want JG to win. We know him.
Perfect. So yeah, let's get started. Like, let's see. Let's go full screen. Audio. Let's see if my audio is also shared. Okay. I think it should work.
It looks working. There we go. Uh-oh.
Jonathan.
Congratulations, Jonathan.
Awesome.
Actually, there was Jonathan there. There's Joshua, and Yimmy.
Yeah. I saw like, so many J's. So let's do 2 more actually. But all the winners, like, stay at the end and just share your Wax account name, and you will get the link. Or like, yeah, I will share the link, or you can send me the Wax account name so I can transfer. Let's see the next winner. Is it Josh or Joshua? Joshua. JG.
Joshua, JG.
Woohoo! Thanks, guys.
Awesome.
So well, before you spin again, I want to show you something, Travis. So check this out. I did not know we can customize like that before, but check it out. There's the new Blockchain Heroes wheel.
I can't see it. It's just the screen's still showing.
Well, we got
I
the
can
winner,
see your
so-
screen. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, we got the winner,
Yimmy,
Jimmy.
Jan.
So we have 3
Congratulations,
J's.
John.
All right, back to you.
Great. So I can do one more. So let's do one more.
Sorry to hijack your wheel. I'm a wheel hijacker.
I can make a circular BH logo and add some
Let's go.
colors around it.
Sure.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. Winner, blockchain dinner. Someone was in the chat, so perfect. Awesome. So thanks for joining in. Thanks for sharing your insights, and I really am impressed, hands off, to the work that you did, and what you pulled it off in like 10 weeks. It's just amazing. I wish
you,
you
sir.
good luck.
Thank you, yeah.
Safe times.
You need to collect some. I don't see any in your wallet now. You gave them all away.
I'm gonna collect. I'm gonna actually buy the packs. Now that I know more information about the packs, I'm gonna buy packs.
There's
Yeah,
also
the electric Genesis is still located in those hero packs.
Mhm.
That is the Mona Lisa of this set, yet to be revealed.
And
Yeah,
for
I have
those who
to
don't
buy.
know, I'm putting the our Telegram link is in the Zoom group chat, t.me/BC Heroes. Come and hang out with us. We've got over 1,000 members now, 1,108.
Yeah, and every time you leave a message in our group, if you sync your Wax wallet, you will earn what is called dust. So there's a new thing we're working on with Kurt Braggett. It's called dust, and you can earn it. You can actually do chat mining essentially by every time you message and engage within our channel, you earn dust. And dust, we're going to be doing some other cool stuff with dust and growing it out in other channels and platforms and having some more functionalities as well. But right now, dust is the crypto. There's 4 decimal points to it, and I think there's going to be 1 trillion of them, but it's going to be a cross NFT fungible token that can be utilized within these different communities and platforms across the internet. A lot of different ways you can earn dust.
You must dust. You must.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for joining in, Yoel and Travis, with us today, and wish you a good luck and safe times. Take care.
Thank you, sir. Thanks, everybody.
Appreciate it, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Leroy Jenkins.
Oh, Yosh.